This is one of the greatest TV series ever created. Yeah, I finally got a chance to watch Rome, but I watched both seasons, and because I only have the first season on DVD, but I will definitely get the second season. But wow, this was great. This show, holy crap. Okay, yeah. You know, I realize now that like there are a lot of shows on HBO my parents watched, and they always would make us go into my siblings and I go into the playroom when they were watching it, and I realized they were watching all the good HBO shows, Rome, The Wire, Game of Thrones, and like other shows on like Showtime, like The Tudors and all that, and yeah. And now I'm old enough to where I can finally watch these shows, and yeah, Rome is fantastic. It is, oh, it's such a shame that it only got 2 seasons, 22 episodes total. That simply was not enough. But I know they canceled it because it was ridiculously expensive. I just am so happy. I'm just glad Game of Thrones cost like half that. Because if it was expensive as Rome, then we wouldn't get as many seasons as we have been getting. But yeah, this is a great series, and they're like the historical figures like Caesar and Brutus and Mark Antony and Caesar Augustus, and then they're like made up and then they're like fictional characters, but maybe they were based on real people that I don't know, but yeah, Lucius Vorenus, played by Kevin McKidd, and Titus Pullo, played by Ray Stevenson, are two of the greatest characters like ever created. They are both so freaking amazing. Like they start off as like Vorenus he's like I guess they're a commander, and Pullo is just a soldier. But then like they're always at odds, but like they grew to be like brothers, and like they had a lot of struggles together. They went through a lot together, and in the end they were tight. And but yeah, like freaking Mark Antony, I love him. Sometimes he can be a douchebag, so like half the time, and then he'll say something really awesome, say or do something awesome, and it's like freaking love him. Julius Caesar, awesome. Let's see who else. Adia Balba, Caesar's niece, and the mother of Octavian, aka Caesar Augustus, and Octavia. She is one of my favorite characters in the TV series. Wow. I mean, I have to say, my only gripe was, my only gripes with the series is that it was not long enough, but, it was canceled, sadly, on being too expensive. And Vorenus's children, well, his 2 daughters and I guess it'd be his stepson, especially the older daughter, they are total assholes in season 2. Something happened at the end of season 1, and it wasn't Vorenus' fault, but they blame him, especially the older one, they blame him for it. And yeah, it's not until the end that they finally forgive him. And then, well, spoiler alert, he dies. Like the last 10 minutes of the final episode, and his older daughter finally forgives him by then, but doesn't mean they weren't being assholes the whole second season, but yeah, season 1 was great, good, it was paced well, and I think that's how they wanted that first season to go, and it went like it, but because they had to cancel it because it was too expensive, and I feel like I know that they were gonna plan to do a full season with like Antony and Cleopatra, and we only got a couple episodes of that. And then they were gonna do another season with Jesus. Yeah, and they were kind of, it looked like they were setting it up, but they never got the chance. So basically, they fit like 3 seasons worth of content into the final season. But at least they at least wrapped up the TV series probably the way they wanted to wrap it up. And yeah, at least the series didn't end on like a cliffhanger, because that would have been terrible, you know? So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, Rome is one of the best TV series ever. Not just for HBO, but like ever. Like, you know, there is on HBO, so you know there's gonna be a lot of nudity and like gratuitous nudity and sex scenes and violence, and yeah, there's a lot of that, and it's even more than Game of Thrones, but you know, yeah, I mean, it makes sense there'd be all that violence and sex and nudity, because that's what ancient Rome was, and I actually wouldn't mind going back in that time, but not as a woman, as a man, you know. But yeah, Rome, if you have not seen Rome, watch it. It's only 22 episodes. You'll breeze through it. You could watch this whole series in like a weekend. But if you're busy, you could still get through the series in a week or two. So, yeah, but Rome is a fantastic series. If you have not watched it, watch it. Yeah. Freaking, it's a crime that this was. Now that I've watched it, I'm so sad that we didn't get more, but like I said, it was too expensive, and yeah, but great series, love it, 5 out of 5. It's now going on the list of one of my favorite series of all time. And I got really sad the final episode. Like, I just watched it, but yeah, it did end on a happy note, kind of. Like, it was a bittersweet ending. So, yeah. But yeah, Rome, go watch it. It's awesome. Alright, bye.